And welcome back to episode 2. And in episode 2, we're going to be discussing the mind-body connection and how the brain and the gut communicate with one another. So what is the brain-gut axis? What is this brain-gut connection that people talk about? So it's a fairly new area of research, but there's a lot of very interesting studies coming out that have shown that there is a connection between our brains and our guts. And in fact, our guts may contain more neurons in an area than actually our brains itself through what's known as our autonomic nervous system. So we're finding that there's actually a lot of neurons in our gut, and through various ways, through the brainstem, through nerves that come out of the brainstem, the brain and the gut can communicate, as well as we know that the gut can secrete hormones and as well as neurotransmitters that can actually go through the bloodstream and actually act on the brain to influence the brain as well. And that's why you often hear stories from individuals who are suffering from things like stress, anxiety, depression, that their bowels are upset, that their nutrition, their stomach, their bowels are upset. They're not going regularly, or they're going too often. That's why you heard this term now called irritable bowel syndrome. And one of the causes of irritable bowel syndrome is thought to be stress related to anxiety, depression. Often those are associated. So how is it possible that stress or mental stress can cause irritation in your stomach and affect how things are absorbed and nutrients are absorbed in your gut? Well, again, we have to refer to this gut-brain axis. So in the following diagram, what you'll see is that the nerves from your brain actually send signals down to your gut. And these signals then influence how the gut responds. In turn, these gut hormones and neurons send feedback signals to the brain to influence the brain, which is kind of an interesting aspect because it changes how we look at health in a very different way. Because what it says is that our bodies influence our mind, and our mind influences our body. And that's what I want to talk about, this mind-body connection, and how some of these tools that we're talking about in these episodes can unlock and make you more aware of how the body and mind are related. And in turn, by being aware of these two systems, we can actually activate or use these systems to our advantage by doing various things to actually improve our mental and then our physical health. And because they both relate to one another, if you also improve your physical health, you also can improve your mental health. So as you start to improve aspects of your mind through various techniques that we talk about in some of these episodes, you then will improve how you feel physically. And vice versa, if you start to improve how you physically feel by eating healthier, by exercising regularly, you will then improve your mental or mind to be more resilient and handle stress. And therefore, they both work together. And doing both, you can unlock the power of both systems. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying the podcast series. Just remember to like below and subscribe. Thanks.